5, 6, 7, and every breath you take and every move you make, every bond you break, every step you take, I'll be watching you. Every single day and every word you say, every game you play, every night you stay, I'll be watching you. Oh, can't you see? You belong to me. How my poor heart aches with every step you take, every move you make, and every vow you break, every smile you fake, every claim you stake, I'll be watching you. Is you gonna be lost without a trace? I dream at night, I can only see your face. Look around, it's you I can't replace. I feel so old, long for your embrace. Keep crying, baby, baby, please. Oh, can't you see? You belong to me. How my poor heart aches with every step you take, every move you make, and every vow you break, every smile you fake, every flame you stake, I'll be watching you. Every move you make, every step you take, I'll be watching you. I'll be watching you.
Every breath you take, every move you make, every bond you break,
I'll be watching you.
every single day, every word you say, every game you play,
I'll be watching you.
every move you make, every vow you break, every smile you fake, every
I'll be watching you.
every single day, every word you say, every game you play, every
I'll be watching you.
every breath you take, every move you make, every bond you break, every
I'll be watching you.
every single day, every word you say, every game you play, every
I'll be watching you.
every move you make, every vow you break, every smile you fake, every
I'll be watching you.
every single day, every word you say, every game you play, every
I'll be watching you. That was Every Breath You Take by The Police, and we played it straight from the charts of the Morristown Uke Jam. So take the link in the video description, download the free ukulele song sheet, grab your own ukulele, and you can play right along with this video. And if you'll be anywhere near Morristown, New Jersey, come out and play with us. In just a moment, I'll do a basic tutorial covering everything I just played. At the very end, I'll do a slow motion close-up play along you might find helpful, but right now, if you like the video, please like the video with a thumbs up. If you want lots more, subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you want hundreds more, over 1,000 more free video tutorials, or excuse me, free ukulele song sheets, each with a link to its own free video tutorial and play along just like this one, then check out our Dropbox and then come play with us. All right, now, first I want to point out that at the end of this song sheet, there is a simpler version of the song in the same key. It's in the same key. You can play it together with someone playing what I just played, and they will complement each other. The simpler version doesn't try to go up the neck. It just plays the basic version of the chords, and it skips some of the segue chords, which works just fine. And if you just strum like that, it becomes a much simpler song. And like I said, if you're playing together with somebody who played what I just played, it's highly complementary. In fact, that's what I had the group do behind me. I was intending to do this as a solo song, and when I played the arpeggios, I thought they sounded great, but kind of shallow. The Police had 3 folks in the band, and it sounded really good when all 3 of them were playing, but not so much when all you hear is the arpeggio. So I chose to do it that way because I thought it sounded good. So you can play the simpler version if you want. It works, and it complements. So go for it. All right, now chronologically, starting with the intro, that arpeggio, I called it a finger-style arpeggio because it's not just a regular arpeggio. There's a little bit of messing with the A string. So what was the A string? No, sometimes it's the E string you're messing with. But anyway, there's a little bit, but it doesn't take a whole lot. It takes more practice than it does, you know, skill or coordination. But the nice thing about it, while yes, you have to kind of learn it and memorize it, it's always the same for each chord. What you do for the G, E minor, C, D, once you learn it, every time you see a G, you're going to do the same thing. The chords, even in the verses, they aren't always in the same sequence. Sometimes it ends with an E minor, sometimes it ends with a G. But if you see an A minor, you do the E minor thing. If you see a G, you do the G thing. Now I'm going to show you what those are. For the G, also for each of the chords, you're always only playing 3 strings. For the G, you're playing, counting from the floor, you're playing the 1st, 3rd, and 4th. So you're not using your middle finger, you just got these 3 there. And the string you're going to mess with, I'm forming the G, your string you're going to mess with is the A string. So I'm going like this. That's it. I'm picking up my middle finger on my left hand and putting it down. That's the only messing you're going to do with the G chord. That's it. For the E minor, I'm forming it like this. Truth is, I'm only going to use the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th strings. I'm not going to use my ring finger, just using these 3 fingers, or strings. But I find it easier to lay this flat rather than leaving it arched. So I have my index finger flattened on these 2 strings. I got the other 2 strings, and now I'm going to screw with the E string, the 2nd floor, 2nd from the floor. That's the one I'm going to screw with. That's it. Every time I see an E minor. And now the C, I'm going to slide up to a 2nd position C. It's like a B flat, but on the 3rd fret. And I'm going to use the 1st, 2nd, and 4th strings. So I'm not using my index finger. And so now I'm using my pinky to screw with the A string here. That's it. And fortunately, from the C to the D, I just slide up 2 frets and I don't change anything else. Do the same thing with my left hand and bow. So, and then back down to the G. Sorry. That's it. By the way, the hardest thing about this song for me was singing while doing the arpeggio. It wasn't doing the arpeggio, it wasn't arranging the song, it wasn't playing the rest of it or singing it. It was singing while doing the arpeggio. So if you have trouble, just keep trying. All right, now, so that's it for the intro and all of the verses. For that aching bridge, I used a different arpeggio, all right? A more regular arpeggio. No finger style, just a regular arpeggio. The actual song did use something to do something more elaborate, but I thought this was highly reminiscent and easier, so that's what I went with. So what am I doing here? I'm basically echoing back and forth to the 3rd string. That's it. 4th, 1st, 2nd, 1st. And backing forth to the 3rd. I did that in the aching bridge. I also did that in the entire, almost the entire 2nd page, that whole long extended outro that's a 1/3 of the song. I did that same arpeggio that way. So, the only other funny thing about this is in that aching bridge, I did this as a C7. I've never done that before, but this is the sound I needed. I wanted to go from this to this. I wanted to hear that, so that's what I did. That's my alternate C7 there. And then, okay. Now in the regular bridge, it's kind of odd. Since you're gone, since you're gone, chase, but I can only see your face. It's you I can't replace. Okay, so I did a backbeat strum throughout the whole thing, but that I've got that E flat, right? I suppose maybe the hardest chord in the song, but then that hardest named chord in the song, the E flat, add sharp 11 alternate. All it is pick up your index finger. That's it. You got the E flat, pick it up, and then put it back down again. And then I go to an F. And now I'm going to screw with the A string again. That's what I want to hear. So I've got an F, pinky, lay it flat. That's it. That's from the F to a second position F to an F at 11 F to an F. And that's it. And that is the entire song. I think I'm going to stop talking at you. And now I'm going to play from the bridge, let's say, from the intro, through the bridge. I'm going to close up on both my hands. You don't have to see my face. I likely don't want to. So close up on both my hands, slow motion, from the intro through the bridge, starting with that fingerstyle arpeggio intro. Here we go. Slow motion. 5, 6. We've got a construction worker keeping time with me. And every breath you take and every move you make, every bond you break, every step you take, I'll be watching you. Every single day, and every word you say, every game you play, every night you stay, I'll be watching you. Oh, can't you see? You belong to me. How my poor heart aches with every step you take, every move you make, and every vow you break, every smile you fake, every claim you stake, I'll be watching you. Since you're gone and lost without a trace, I dream at night I can only see your face. Look around. That's it. See you Wednesday. Bye.